So let's talk Autumn Nation Series. We've got the fixture list confirmed. Let's have a look at some of these opening games and some other standout games. This is where teams from around the world come to Europe to play and to try and finish the year in style. So starting on week 0, don't know why it's called week 0, but anyway, we've got England versus New Zealand. And in the past, this was a fixture which we literally never got. But in 2024, this would be the third meeting of the year. So we'll have a great comparison of these two sides. New Zealand are going to be a little bit of an unknown because they're under a new coach, Scott Robertson. Obviously, he's got a great reputation, but of course, he's going to bring in some new players, some new systems. So we will see, but they'll have played twice already. So one side will either be out for massive revenge or it's maybe going to be a 1-1 and then a decider. So that's going to be a great way to finish that England versus New Zealand series this year. Then also on week 0, we've got Scotland versus Fiji. Now, this game screams end-to-end tries, non-stop excitement, and Scotland fans never travel anywhere without their heart pills these days. But anyway, they might need double dose this time. Now, Scotland in the summer are doing a bit of a development tour to North and South America. I'm sure they'll take some new players and maybe rest some big ones. So kind of different to what other teams have done. So Fiji and then South Africa, that's going to be the first taste of the first team since the Six Nations. So that's going to be interesting to see if that summer development tour will have helped them or just held them back a little bit and will help them later in the future. Then we've got Ireland versus New Zealand on the 8th of November, confirmed to be under Friday night lights at the Aviva. It's going to be amazing. What an event. I mean, the noise at the Aviva is good at the best of times, but in the evening on a Friday night, it's going to be party before, party after. I hope the street cleaners get paid overtime in Dublin. That's going to be absolutely mouth-watering. And on the 9th as well, Italy versus Argentina. I think this is going to be really interesting because we've seen Italy on the up in the Six Nations. Argentina previously you'd say would be strong favourites, but in Italy I think these teams could be very well matched. Be interesting to see who comes out on top there. England, Australia on the 9th as well. But you could find England coming into this game having lost 3 times in a row to New Zealand, and Australia could see it as an opportunity to get a scalp. So it's going to be very interesting to see what England are like coming into this game. Many people may think that Australia are going to be quite poor because they were poor in the World Cup, but I don't know. You watch Super Rugby, there's still plenty of good Australian players around. The teams are doing fairly well, and you expect Joe Schmidt to have them whipped into shape by then. So I expect them to be very good and in a really strong opposition. On the 10th, Wales play Fiji, a tricky opening game, but maybe a must win because they'll already have faced South Africa and Australia twice in the summer. Considering they didn't win a game in the Six Nations, conceivably they'll be going into this Autumn Nation Series not having won a game in 2024, and it could stay that way. So at home, that first game against Fiji, I think is actually massive for Wales, if just psychologically. Then Scotland versus South Africa is going to be absolutely massive. I did identify in the Six Nations videos that Scotland over-rely on Finn Russell. I know he's injured at the moment, but hopefully he'll be back. And also they don't use the forwards fully as well, and South Africa will test that potential weakness. Can Scotland step up front, use those forwards effectively, hit hard to create those opportunities out wide? It's going to be very interesting, that matchup. Other games that caught my eye are, of course, England versus South Africa. Always a great game at Twickenham there. France, New Zealand, what a brilliant matchup that's going to be. Hopefully France will have Antoine Dupont back from the Olympics. I don't know what sort of rest he'll have after the Olympics. He should be okay to go by then. And also Italy versus Georgia. I think that is huge. Georgia always have a point to prove against Italy, but it looks like Italy's place in the Six Nations is very much assured if it wasn't already. So Georgia are going to be making their case that they are as good as Italy to try and get into the Six Nations, make it 7 nations, but odd numbers don't really work, so they would kind of be pushing for 8 nations, whoever that would be. Maybe South Africa eventually, but that is another video, so ignore that one. But Georgia will want to prove a point. Italy at home will want to prove a point that they are a lot better than Georgia. And then the other one is Wales play Australia. England, Ireland and Scotland, they all finish their Autumn Nation Series with hard but winnable games. I've said it before and I'll say it again, whoever organises the Welsh fixtures must be a sadist because they always make them the hardest possible fixtures, and they may not have won a game in the whole of 2024, and they could well go the whole of 2024 with a 100% loss rate. I hope not, because it's not good for anything, but those fixtures are really, really tough. Anyway, let me know which fixtures you're looking forward to, how you think it's going to go. Subscribe, like if you like these sorts of videos, and I'll catch you next time.